And we are live. So, welcome everyone to Pokemon, it's not anymore Pokemon TCG Center, it's Rogue Deck Builder today. So I actually changed my name and I still have in my mind that I'm Pokemon TCG Center. I mean, I'm basically still am, but anyways, today's live stream, looking forward to play a little bit with Parasect and the Xurkitree deck. Today looking forward to have some fun on TCGO ladder, and hopefully all of you that's gonna watch this video also gonna have some fun. So pretty much really cheap deck to build these days, and also a really cool deck. Xurkitree based on that Dazzle Blast and the Confusion. It is also Ultra Beast Pokemon. Basically, it's here in Parasect combo with Panic Spores ability, which says that you can put the damage counters on your opponent's confused Pokemons between turns, which is pretty cool, pretty unique ability. So you can have that damage to be pushed a little bit more by that Dazzle Blast, and also damage can be increased by Electropower as well, and Electropowers can also be recycled back with Electrochargers. For the extra energy acceleration, we're gonna have that Tapu Koko Dance of the Ancients, and I also decided to go with double Instruct, Oranguru, and one Xurkitree-GX as a tech. The only thing that I actually forget to include in this build is one copy of Beast Ring, which I should definitely find some space for it. Yeah, definitely. I don't know how I actually forget to include that card in a build. I mean, it is definitely a very useful card here, mainly because we can power up that Rumbling Bars, Xurkitree-GX, or just the Cablegram Xurkitree regular one, and then we can simply, strike our opponent for extra damage. So for the setup, I'm gonna have a couple Nazball and Ultra Ball cards. Also running 2 copies of Rescue Stretcher. There are plenty of draw supporters, as you can see, 4 Cynthia's, 2 Erika's Hospitalities, 2 copies of Lillie, and 2 copies of Volkner. 1 of each Shrine of Punishment and Thunder Mountain also included in the build. 2 copies of Choice Band and 8 Lighting Energy cards, and this is going to be the tech list that I will use in today's live stream. Alright, so let's go quickly through the ladder and see how good we can climb that ladder. So alright, so looks like we're gonna start with a Paras. And I don't see basic Pokemon on the other side of the field. It is a Gramble deck. Alright, so this is gonna be price for price. So the player who managed to start attack first and the player who managed to take the prize cards first, it's obviously gonna be a winner. The only difference between these two decks are that I actually play one copy of Xurkitree-GX. So in some situations, if you start with the Xurkitree, you can give your opponent 2 price advantage, and he actually decided to concede immediately. So after that, I'm looking forward for the next game. And 150 tokens already claimed here. Just in case if you're wondering where is the deck list, the deck list is in the video description, so you can just jump in the video description and take a look at the deck list by yourself. Alright, so 6 win streaks, it's really impressive. I mean, I think that the best win streak for me was maybe 18 or 19, something like that. I played Lost March, and Lost March is a very good deck, especially against some specific GX decks. There's actually no doubt about that. Alright, so starting once again with the Paras, and I'm running like 4 copies of Xurkitree, but I couldn't get a single one. This is actually a very interesting situation where I might be in a position to play basically even that Xurkitree-GX, especially if my opponent will play those special energies. And we have very successful turn 1 here with that Lillie for like 8, which is really impressive. And more than that, I'm just gonna pass my turn for now. Next turn I can have a couple Parasects in play, and then I can also use Rescue Stretcher if it's necessary. Another energy can be attached to the another Xurkitree. And I think this is gonna be very, very good. Turn 1 here, especially because I can already start putting pressure onto my opponent. Okay, so he managed to grab himself a grass energy, and there's another. Alright, bodybuilding dumbbells. Okay, so it's my turn. So what do we have here? We have Parasect energy. And I think I'm not sure if I should just go for that. Alright, never mind. Let's go for that. Parasect number 2. I mean, I don't like to burn that Rescue Stretcher because I'm only playing 2 of them. But then again, let's risk. So Cynthia, I need another Parasect or maybe Electropower. So I'm hitting here right now for 20, and with 4 more damage counters, that's not enough for the 1-hit knockout. So I really want to get 1-hit knockout here, and I would also love to have another Xurkitree on the bench. So for now, I guess I can Dazzle Blast my opponent for 50, and Panic Spore will just do the job. We'll just do the rest of the job. So there's the knockout, and I also managed to grab a Guzma. Alright, so far so good, definitely. So he promoted that for Mantis in the front. There's a Golly Suppet, so yeah, he can go for exactly 120. And that first impression can definitely knock my Xurkitree out. That's definitely what my opponent really wants to do. He really wants to go with the 1-hit knockout if it's possible. And I think for now I might just rather go for a Guzma play here, or maybe not. I mean, with a Guzma I can have definitely a knockout over my opponent. And I somehow think this is actually gonna be a good idea. I think it's gonna be a good idea. Actually, it will be a good idea. So hitting for 20, then again 40 more from the Panic Spores, and that's the knockout. And right now my opponent will need a Switch Escape Rope, Energy, or maybe some sort of, you know, a skateboard. So there's Jirachi and a skateboard as well. Since I can't even double hit Naga my opponent Golly's output, I'm gonna need to find a backup plan here. And this is the reason why I'm trying to take a couple knockouts before. Okay, we can go for that, definitely. And a B string as well. Alright, cool. And then I'm ready for that Cynthia play. And there's the Viridian Forest, which I'm gonna definitely trade for that energy. And then I will use that Electropower. And then I will try to get those Electropowers back with my Electrocharger. There we go. Unfortunately, they're going into deck, not into my hand. And Dazzle Blast for now, without energy attachment. There we go. So, unfortunately, from the Shrine of Punishment, I'm also taking damage. But it really doesn't matter. I have that Guzma ready, and I really want to put some pressure on my opponent. I can also use that Lightning GX. And the most important thing is that I can hit for 100, and just with that Rumbling Vars discard the top card of my opponent deck. And right now he's just in the position where he will be definitely knocked out next turn if he won't be able to play, you know, Guzma or something like that. And with the Crossing Cut GX, if he can find the double Course Energy, then he can unfortunately almost knock me there. He will be short for like, oh, actually, right now he's getting for 140 because of the Lurantis. And 10 more from the Shrine, which is 150. And if he can find double Course Energy, then definitely he can axe me out with the Crosscut GX. And there's the double Course Energy, so damn it for that. Crosscut GX, he definitely got me there. Oh, yeah, but I forget that he won't be able because I have that ability. Cool. There we go. So we're gonna respond with a Guzma, definitely. This is the reason why Xurkitree is so badass card in this build. It is actually such a devastating card, so we're gonna go with another Dazzle Blast. Shrine will deal some damage to me as well to my opponent. And we can definitely say that we buy some time here with that Flashing Head Xurkitree. And there's the Acerola. Unfortunately, I played that Guzma. But this turn I'm not gonna get a single damage, which basically means that it's maybe not bad time to use that Lightning GX. I know that my opponent has two cards in his hand. The one is double Course Energy and the another one is a Golly Support. So he have really good hand. And I know that for a couple more turns he won't be able to knock my Xurkitree-GX out, which is also a good thing. Let's go with Lillie here. We have Thunder Mountain, which I'm not gonna use for now, so I'm actually short here. And I kinda hate to see that. for how much my opponent can go, literally for not too much. If I retreat maybe onto my... Yeah, I will definitely retreat. He can go for like 120 anyways. Not gonna be enough for the knockout, that's for sure. I'm gonna discard it, Cynthia, and grab myself another lighting. And also gonna use that Thunder Mountain and that Rumbling Wires, so I can just, you know, knock that card from the top of his deck. And there is a Volkner. So right now, if you have exactly 3 price cards, meaning your opponent's ugly Pokemon is not paralyzed, but unfortunately I cannot attach 3 energies, and I didn't even want to waste that energy from my hand, which is maybe a bad idea. But I'm also very limited with the resources right now, and that actually scares me the most. That actually scares me the most. And I'm also missing those Parasects in play as well. I'm missing that. I'm missing that actually a lot. Yeah, this is a very sweet deck. I like this deck so much. There is a Nazball for another Wimpod. And those Ace Roll and Max Potions plays are so devastating for me. So yeah, there's the retreat, and it's gonna be the first impression for 120, 140, and I'm like 10 HP left. And this is like, wow. So what can we do here? I don't know, I think the best thing is just to play Cynthia and to see if I can find some... Oh, triple Electropower, you gotta be kidding me there. Oh, that's amazing, but still not enough for the knockout, unfortunately. I'm gonna hope that he don't have something like... I'm just gonna hope that he don't have another Acerola, or maybe Guzma. So I'm just gonna hit for 60 right now and pass and wait and see what's gonna happen next. I mean, definitely this bodybuilding doubles actually makes this deck even stronger. And he rather decided to discard the double course energy from his hand. So as long as he has special energy, unfortunately he cannot deal the damage to my Xurkitree. And we might see Acerola play right now, and if that happens, then the game unfortunately is over. Actually, he had Lillie, so he needs to find a way to switch, or just to... Yeah, I mean, first impression, or to use it, but he will definitely be knocked out next turn, that's for sure. It is a very close game. The biggest problem for Xurkitree is the 120 HP, so he flipped heads in the coin flip, so he hit me for 50, still he's getting 40 from the damage between turns. We are gonna shuffle some of the Xurkitrees back and also Spinda. Alright, so I'm hitting for 60. I'm hitting for 60, so I'm hitting for 90. That's 190. 220, right? 220. And 250. So this is gonna be exactly enough for the knockout. Volkner. So I played 3 Electropowers, that's 90. And 60, that's 150, and he have 250 HP, so I'm gonna grab myself maybe Ultra Ball and some sort of Electropower maybe for the following turn. Oh, I cannot do that, so actually only just Ultra Ball for now. Alright. Okay, Dazzle Blast for the knockout. So that's enough damage for the knockout. 2 more prize cards for me, Guzma and Choice Band. So literally all I actually needed here was that Guzma. But I'm also missing a energy. As long as the Thunder Mountain stays in play, I guess I'm safe. As long as I can use that Tapu Koko Dance of the Ancients for my Xurkitree, and then I can simply Rumble Wire my opponent. There's the Acerola. And there's the Guzma as well. So he rather decided to go with the Guzma. So anyways, the game is over. Oof, it was a very close game. First impression for the knockout. And right now we can just promote whatever it needs to be promoted in the front. Let's say Parasect, for example, but it doesn't matter because I do have this Guzma. So right now I'm hitting for 60. And I can increase that damage a little bit more with another Parasect. Yeah, definitely need to say to my opponent that he have a very nice deck, because he have it. So Dazzle Blast, hitting for 20, 6 damage counters between turns from Panic Spores. And this is the knockout for the last prize card in the game, which was a Xurkitree. So the game number 1 and the victory number 1 is here. So we are moving on to another game. Alright. That was a very nice game. Oh, I didn't even notice that I didn't upload a title for the live stream. Okay. That's much better. Alright, so once again starting with the Paras. So this is the game number 3, the game number 1 my opponent conceded. And in all 3 games I started with the Paras and pretty much with the empty hand. So really bad opening hand. Okay, Zeraora and Oranguru. I need to say that I didn't see that in a while. Oranguru and Zeraora together. So what I'm gonna do here? Do I really have too many options available? Really, I don't. This actually hurts my eyes so badly. It looks like I actually need to throw some of the resources here just for nothing, in order to maybe get that Drow supporter card, so I can expand my hand. Look at these turns. Oranguru versus Oranguru, high 5 for both players. And we're just gonna see another Guzma here, so that's not gonna be useful anyways. And maybe it wouldn't even be bad if I just decided to go with the Guzma. And there's the order pad. Unluckily, Tails. And a Choice Band. So there's the Lightning Energy. And Electropower as well. And Energy Switch. So we're pretty much in the same trouble. We're pretty much in the same trouble, as you can see right here. But luckily my opponent hit him order pad, so heads on the coin flip with the order pad allows you to grab your deck for any card that you really needs. And it is an Ultra Ball, so we might see Marshadow play here, which would be amazing. Yeah, definitely that would be amazing. I could refresh my hand and theoretically get that Drow Spot or something like that. So it will be a Marshadow. Let loose for sure. Oh, nice. 2 Xurkitrees, Energy and a Beast Ring. So much better than it was at the beginning of the game. Still, my opponent can use advantage of being able to retreat for free with that Oranguru, and then maybe trying to even find himself a Zapdos, so he can use that advantage of Dance of the Agents, and simply to attach some energies. And there's a Cynthia, so he can keep digging the resources that he really needs. And another Autopad, and another Hazen Coin Flip. So Autopad is a very nice card. Flip a coin, you head to your deck for the item card, put it in your hand, and then shuffle your deck. So he can basically grab another energy switch. Potentially, he can even attack for like Plasma Fist here. But there's an S-Bolt, so I'm wondering if it's for Pikazacrum. It is for Pikazacrum. Alright, so maybe even Full Blitz can happen turn 1. All he really needs is just Thunder Mountain and one copy of Energy Switch. And that's it. So there's the Energy Switch. So from the Zeraora onto the Pikazacrum. Will there be... Okay, so there's Viridian Force. So he was close, but still not that close enough. And another Let Loose. Oh, damn it. So, yeah, he could still grab probably another Energy Switch. That hand was very nice. I mean, 2 Xurkitrees, B-String, and Lightning Energy. Xurkitree Choice Band and 2 Electropowers, also not that bad, but still I need to find a Guzma energy. I can find energy with Viridian Forest, but still Guzma, not sure if that's gonna happen. But I guess I can risk. Tapu Koko. I think I can say the game is over. Or at least it looks like to be over game. So he decided to step in with the Sky High Close. I wouldn't be surprised even to see him playing a copy of Acerola. So he got me there. He got me there for sure. Yeah, he will knock me out anyways. So I guess I'm just gonna throw that Electropower anyways and just switch Electropower Choice Band into the Dazzle Blast, and hopefully this is gonna be a good move for me. I mean, still my opponent can retreat for free as long as he has Zeraora on the bench. Unfortunately, no Parasects in play, so no extra damage from Panic Spores. Just hitting for the base damage plus Choice Band and one copy of Electropower. So at the end, I mean, I still managed to attack, but it was not... The hand was not that good as it was with the first Marshadow, definitely. Alright, so retreat, my turn. Okay, cool. And nice top deck as well, Ultra Ball. So just hitting for the confusion, passing the turn back onto my opponent. Hoping for the top deck draw supporter, maybe even Rescue Stretcher for Oranguru. However, there is a Lightning Energy, so it will be a retreat. Sky High Close for sure. And, I mean... Okay, so another energy switch. He can move that energy onto the Pikazacrum. Then he can also place a Viridian Force. Okay, or maybe not. He attached energy to Zeraora, actually. Forget about that. Okay, cool. Just a Lightning Energy top deck. I can still potentially maybe win this game. But once he managed to power up Pikazacrum for Tech Bolt, that moment the game will be over. So next turn I will have Ultra Ball potentially for another Oranguru, and then that the Oranguru needs to give me so many good resources. I guess I can start from taking the... I don't know. I think it's over. So another Paras here. Ultra Ball for that Oranguru, which is the only draw support option here in my deck. And I need to get draw supporter with that Oranguru. I didn't, but I have a... yeah, interesting. I have Guzma. And if my opponent don't have energy, maybe I can buy a turn here by spreading some damage with the Shrine of Punishment. But this is pretty much more torching than just the gameplay. I'm expecting to see a order pad for maybe, okay, Tails. So that was the fourth and last order pad. That was the last order pad. So Oranguru versus Oranguru, but I'm a little bit better positioned than my opponent is with that Oranguru in front. So he attached the energy to the Picosacrum actually, and he played Max Potion, and there's a Thunder Mountain, and will there be some sort of switch, energy switch? Not quite sure, but he had very good chance to pull that. So there's a Choice Band, and my turn. Alright, so I guess I can first play that Instruct, and then Erika's Hospitality for 6. And I can say that I'm still in the game, but it's not as it should be. So I guess I can discard these 2 cards in order to get one of my Xurkitrees. Xurkitree, Spinda. Energy can definitely be attached somewhere. Let it be on the Spinda, because actually let it go to the Xurkitree, and I'm passing my turn. So maybe I can buy one more turn, and then I can probably play that Guzma. Oh, there's the Lightning Energy, so if he have another energy switch, which is very important, then he can tag Bolt. And there's Erika's Hospitality for 4 more cards. Retreat down to Tapu Koko, Sky High Close, into another knockout. And I don't have option to remove the Stadium from play, but I can count the number of energy cards that he has, so yeah, but it doesn't matter because he have Guzma anyway, so we're not going to be that cocky anyway. So another Xurkitree, Volkner, into Electropower actually, and yeah, actually I can use both of these 2 cards, but it doesn't matter too much. Not going to be enough for the knockout anyways. Lightning Energy and Dazzle Blast for 50 plus 20, 70. So he's down to 10, and if there was a Shrine, it would be enough for the knockout. Since there was no Shrine, the game unfortunately is over the moment he used that Tag Ball GX. So those Marshadows actually destroys me a lot. They actually won my opponent game. Marshadows for sure. Okay. Fourth time in a row I have Paras, but this time I'm gonna start with Spinda instead of the Paras, because I can at least use Theater Punch. 2 Guzmas, Shrine, Choice Band, and Ultra Ball. Not the best opening hand, but also not the worst. At least I can Ultra Ball for Oranguru. As it looks, discarding 2 Guzmas turn 1, it's pure madness. But hey, I really want to instruct for 3 and get that draw supporter turn 1. Something like a Lillie would be amazing, and I managed to get Lillie. And even better, there is a Xurkitree and Lightning Energy, and I'm passing my turn for now. So actually not bad. Actually not bad. Theater Punch and 2 Parasects, and I can knock that Jirachi out. And after that, who knows what's gonna happen next. One thing is for sure, I'm probably just gonna go with Electropower Choice Band play. I might even decide to go with... It depends how many Pokemon my opponent will have in play with Erika instead of the Cynthia. That's the possible option. Oh! Okay, look at this bad boy. Eevee and Snorlax, Tag Team GX. And there's one Stellar Wish. For my opponent into Timer Ball. Okay, so... Getting that Timer Ball for... oh, Kiavi turn 1. Nice. So there we go. 4 energies on Eevee and Snorlax. This is the dream start for Eevee and Snorlax for sure. So Buzz with the Sledgehammer unfortunately can't one-hit knock at Eevee and Snorlax. But with the Choice Band or with the Beast Energy he can do that. So you just need one of these 2 cards. Yeah, unfortunately I can play Electropower, but not enough and not worth. So let's just go with the Cynthia and hope to get at least energy. I'm going for the knockout here, that's for sure. So Electropower is actually enough for the knockout. And I'm just wondering if I should go with that Tapu Koko Dance of the Ancients. I think I will. So I can at least have that for a treat potentially. Dazzle Blast, 50 plus 20, in total 70. And I took first prize card in the game, which is another Lightning Energy. Alright, cool. I'm expecting to be knocked out. Oh, actually, he promoted the Sledgehammer Buzz in the front. If he have Beast Energy, it's obvious he can knock me out. If he don't, then he can just hit for 60, and that's not the best thing in the world. Still, I would prefer to go with Dump Truck Press. That Megaton Friends GX attack is not that bad. If you have 1 extra energy, you can draw cards until you can draw cards until you have 10 in your hand, so really useful. And he realized that the Parasect is actually a big threat, and he decided to Dump Track Press a Parasect 240, simply because it's evolution. Very, very easy. And what are we gonna do next here? We're gonna top deck Parasect. Wow, what a nice top deck. We're gonna also throw a couple Electropowers there, and then we're gonna use a Instruct, and obviously Cynthia after that. Just another energy card. And I bet 100% I'm not gonna get energy right now, as expected. Okay. 2 heads on the coin flip. That was important. That was so important. Yeah, we can also do that. We can put another Paras in play. And Dazzle Blast. So that's 110. 10 from Shrine, 20 from Panic Spores, and that's already 170. And that is quite a lot of damage on my opponent, even Snorlax. I'm wondering why in the world he's running Fire Energies. Well, actually, because with Kiavi you can only attach Fire Energies. That makes a lot of sense. That's actually why. So there's Alicia. Search your deck for up to 2 Prism Star cards that will then put in your hand. So Heat Factory and a Beast Energy. So we're oh, imagine right now my opponent being able to scoop his Eevee and Snorlax with some sort of okay, he played Alicia, so unfortunately he won't be able to scoop. He can retreat Max Potion play, which is still a good way to go. Or he can maybe, yeah, just hit with a sledgehammer. Hit for the 120. Alright, good. Then I guess it's time for my Xurkitree to be promoted in the front. And what a nice top deck. I guess I couldn't expect better top deck. I'm still gonna go with the Lillie first. No energy. Are you gotta be kidding me there? No energy, but I have something like a Ultra Ball into another Xurkitree, and worst possible scenario I can switch, but that's not the option there. But I guess I don't have much more options available than just hit for 30, and that's it. I mean, if I was able to hit with the Xurkitree, I would probably knock the Buzzwole out, but even if my opponent decides to attack, if he flip tails on the coin flip, he would knock himself out anyways. So that's still a good thing. And there's another energy, so we're gonna see another dump truck press and retreat with that active Buzzwole. So I'm definitely doing a lot of problems to my opponent with the confusion. Paras, Cynthia, Guzma, and switch. Okay, fair enough. I mean, being able to knock that even Starlux, I'm already in an advantage by drawing 3 prize cards, and if my opponent decides to promote him, I need to somehow deal 100 damage to him. I still have like 2 Electropowers and no sign of the Choice Band, so I can theoretically do that, but I'm gonna need 1 Choice Band. Actually 1 Electropower in order to knock him out. So he even has a escape rope, which basically means that he can retreat by paying just a regular fighting energy retreat cost by preserving that beast energy. And that's a very nice move, because then in response he can just, you know, hit for the sledgehammer for the 120. Because of the weakness, of course, obviously. Alright, so it took him a little bit to think about retreat. Also, Naganadel can be powered up by the charge up. And dump truck press, dump truck press. So I need Electropower plus energy, or Electropower plus Thunder Mountain, otherwise this is not gonna be good. Time to use that switch. Time to play the Cynthia. I don't want 3 more cards that I don't need. So, energy is here. Ultra Ball is there as well. So we only have 1. But the good thing is that I still also have a Beast Ring. Maybe I can get lucky with the Beast Ring. Or maybe not. So Dazzle Blast. And somehow my opponent will survive this turn. Damn it. Oh, actually even with... Oh yeah, so I was able to go just for 60, so not even... The only Beast Ring worked here for the knockout, unfortunately, and Ace Rolla. Oof, damn it. So he scooped him. He scooped that Snorlax, and right now I need to deal with Buzzwole Sledgehammer and also with Naganadel. Luckily he don't have energies in discard pile, and right now he will have. Okay, at least next turn I can knock the Buzz Ball out. It will take some time until my opponent managed to power up that. This is probably another Naganandel. It is. What else he's playing in this deck? I'm very curious to see how this deck looks after the game. There's a Lugia as well. Wow. Lost Purge, Pelagic Blade, Naganandel number 2, charge up. There we go. Is he playing some sort of, I don't know, energy switch? Yeah, Pheromos is also good. Pheromos is also good, plus it also has for retreat. So it's not bad. It's very useful to have for retreat. But Xurkitree might be a little bit faster and stronger because of the Electropower and Volkner support, in my opinion. Alright, this is nearly disaster for me right now. Literally it is a near disaster for me, so I need to go with the Volkner for some sort of Nazball energy play, and I need to get myself another Xurkitree. And then with the Dazzle Blast, at least I can knock my opponent exactly for 60, so there we go, it's gonna be the knockout. And another Electropower, alright, cool. What to expect next? Naganandel can go for 80, unfortunately it cannot go for the one-hit knockout. But by being able to retreat, he will be able to do that. However, I might just decide to focus on the Lugia instead of the Naganandels. Maybe even playing Guzma onto the Oranguru wouldn't be the first possible idea in the world. Unfortunately, I can't go for 130. It is just impossible. It is literally impossible to go for 130. Really it is. And it's also impossible that he don't have Guzma in hand, and his hand is like 10 cards. Speaking about Guzma, there's the one, and it's probably gonna be for the Paras, and he will just retreat, hit for 80, and knock me out. Alright, good. Because right now he needs to pay 1 energy for the retreat, and if I attack him right now, he will probably have just another Guzma available anyways, and there's a double course energy, which means that you can use that Pelagic Blade as well. Oh boy, oh boy. Electropower, Erika's Hospitality, I guess. No Stadium, which is such a shame. But at least I have my Xurkitree-GX. And what if I just... the game is lost anyways. But maybe it's not bad just to check what my opponent have actually in his hand. He's so heavily loaded with the special energies that I don't want to even comment that. He's so heavily loaded with energies. There's like 3 special energies, and he can easily power up Lugia, but he don't have Guzma at least. Neither I have a way to retreat my Xurkitree next turn, and meanwhile he can power up Naganandel, and basically this means that I need to top deck my Stadium so I can Rumbling Wires my opponent, and Electropower in addition to that, which I burned turn before, and it is just impossible to draw both of these cards. So I do have 7 cards. There's the Energy Lotto, which basically means that my opponent can attach that energy if he wants to, either way to another Naganadel or maybe to his Lugia. I can maybe deck him out. I can maybe go with the strategy by decking him out. This might be the only option there. I attached one prize from his... Yeah, he needs to discard a lot of cards here in order to draw cards. I only have 5, but I'll probably deck out myself before my opponent deck him out. Before I manage to deck out my opponent, so a lot of resources discarded, only 1 card has been drawn. And DCE for Oranguru, and 1 turn point for 80. Actually, first charge up. Okay. I think that the biggest problem for this deck is definitely the bench space. Probably the worst thing in the world. He still have that double course energy. Oh, he attaches actual double course energy to Oranguru. Interesting. Really interesting. We're gonna Dazzle Blast him there and force him to retreat. Or maybe force him to... Yeah, definitely looking to force him to retreat. I mean, it is super unlikely for me that I will be able to win this game. And another double course energy attached to Lugia. So he can go for 170, but next turn he can't attack with the Lugia. So there's a Taden Liza, and he didn't switch, he just decided to shuffle hand and draw 5 more cards. Maybe he's trying to get that. Not maybe, but like 99% he's trying to... Okay, so there we go. Lugia starting to become very aggressive. This deck does... wait a second. 30 plus this deck does 30 more damage times the amount of energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. Yeah, that's interesting. Still, he needs to flip hands on the coin flip, so maybe we get lucky there. And this moment, if he have Guzma in his hand, then he literally have victory in his hand, because I just put down that Paras on the bench, and it is an easy target for his Naganadel. I just hope he don't have Guzma. Three more cards with Heat Factory. And there it is. Yeah, I shouldn't put that Paras in play, definitely. Maybe I could still win that game if I didn't put the Paras in play. I was just too greedy. I was looking for that, maybe a one-hit knockout versus a Naganadel as well. It was definitely way too great for my side. Alright, so starting with the Xurkitree. For the first time today, starting with the Xurkitree. Melmetal GX already has been... it's a promo card, so it's available on TCGO. Okay, and Volkner for me. And Oranguru top deck. Not bad. Nazball Energy for now. So Nazball for something like another Xurkitree. Choice Band Energy, and I'm done. I'm passing my turn. Next turn I'm looking to play maybe Electropower Guzma even. He passes the turn. So bad for my opponent. Then I'm just gonna Dazzle Blast him. I guess this game is unfortunately over before it even starts. Yeah, unfortunately. He bricked. And that's the GG. Alright, this might be Picozecrum featuring Rayquaza on the other side by just looking at that loading screen and into that Dragon Psychic Grass. And actually, what is the grass in the Picozecrum deck? It's actually probably Rayquaza with Shaman as a tech and Tapu Koko as a tech. Speaking about Prisms and Marshadows, Nita and Evelyn, and a lot of grass energies and shiny cards on the other side. So let's see. What is it? What is the deck on the other side of the field? It is Rayquaza. It is a Rainbow Rayquaza. And I don't like those Rainbow Wards. They look just so bad to me. The full arts looks good, and in my opinion, the regular art GXs are looking much better than the others. Okay, so he plays Steven's Resolve, and it is my turn to resolve this puzzle. So let's go with another Paras. Let's go with another Volkner, and we're gonna grab ourselves a Nazball, actually Ultra Ball and Energy. Alright. I already have Ultra Ball in my hand, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna be greedy here. Ultra Ball for 2 Lighting Energies, and we're gonna go for that Monkey Man or Mr. Oranguru. I like to call him Mr. Oranguru. 2 Electropowers, and then I'm ready to go with a Instruct. And still I can use advantage of my Ultra Ball. Oof, I have also Nazball and Ultra Ball as well. Well, then I guess I'm just gonna go with another Paras for now. One Dazzle Blast is enough. Hitting for 80, already punishing my opponent by a lot. And with 3 Paras, Oranguru, and 2 Rayquazas, there's a lot of possibilities that this game won't last for too long. There's a Morgan. You can play this card only if you discard Dana, Evelyn, and Nita from your hand. Look at the top 12 cards of the deck and attach any number of energies you find there, and he attached it to 3 energies, and there's a Tempest GX. Nice. And this is why you need to have Steven's Resolve in this build. But Marshadow just completely destroys this deck anyways, so I'm not quite sure how good that is anyways. Ultra Ball. And let it be for first Parasect. There we go. I'll try to find a couple more resources with my Oranguru. For example, Dazzle Blast, and I'm hitting for like 80 and 20 more from the Parasect, and not for the one-hit knockout. So another Oranguru and another Electropower. I really have a lot of luck with those Electropowers. I'm drawing them as I have 15 of them, not just 4. So 4 energy is attached to my opponent, Zero Aura, and right now he have actually 4 energies. He can go for 120. And one more energy attached, Rescue Stretcher. Looks like he also playing a Sceptile as a TEU. Well, that's very brave. Alright, knockout. Time for the Paras. Time for the good and strong top deck for sure. Well, that is definitely good and strong top deck. I'm just gonna use one Instruct and then I'm gonna go with Erika's Hospitality. Perfect, there is a switch. Onto my Xurkitree. And I can be so much greedy there by shuffling back that Xurkitree and by using my Oranguru maybe into another Parasect. I guess it would be just too much. Alright, still hitting for 70. Not a lot, but versus those GX decks, it kind of feels it's a lot. And I kind of feel that this deck will actually be a very good post-rotation deck. Unfortunately, we're going to lose Oranguru, but we will have Zipstrika, which is also a good draw point as well. And there's a Tapu Koko for the Morgan once again. Once again, he have them, he have them, he have them. He can attach even more energies to those Rayquazas. This is so insane. This is so insane. This is so damn insane. Retreat to Zero Aura because he can Plasma Feast for the knockout. And then again, I was just way too greedy with that second Oranguru. I didn't really need that, but I top deck another switch, literally the only thing that I actually needed there. Erika for plenty of cards, and there's another Xurkitree. I can go with some Electrochargers there, recycling a little bit more of the resources. Attacking for free with my Dazzle Blast. But right now my opponent can simply switch between Pokemons and take the knockouts. Whoop! A new fresh Rayquaza. And this will probably lead me to the defeat. Like, ooh, Chocolate GX. And Dragon Break for the knockout. 300. That's a lot. Seriously, that's a lot of damage. Xurkitree top deck. I'm gonna go with a Cynthia and see if I can find more Parasects. I need them so badly, so let's just pass for now and see if we can maybe take the knockout against that, Rayquaza for 2 prize cards, and then just try to set maybe another knockout. This is gonna be the game plan. And this needs to be a game plan. So Electropower and Energy. And another Nest Ball for another Xurkitree. And Guzma. And also Instruct. Perfect. 3 copies of Parasects. That was actually what I was looking for. So I'm hitting for 50 plus 60 more for that Panic Spores. And it is 110 in total, Lightning Energy and Paras. Alright. Let's see, can we actually still do victory here? There is a Shaman, which basically means that I'm gonna need... I can't paralyze my opponent with a Cablegram, unfortunately. And how many? I played 4 copies of Electropower and there's only 1 Choice Band. Yeah, not gonna be enough. Not gonna be enough. Lillie. Not the card that I need. I need Guzma. And I don't have access to Guzma. And I can't even paralyze him. I can just Dazzle Blast him. I can put 2 cards on my bench. Well played. That was close. Just a Tapu Koko Prism, nothing really special there. Tapu Koko GX would be an interesting tech right now. If I could just use, for example, Dance of the Ancients and then just simply Tapu Koko for the knockout. But since we can't do that, and it really even doesn't matter, I can Cablegram my opponent, but I can't paralyze him. But I'm just gonna rather Dazzle Blast him, still he can retreat for free. So retreat to 0 aura because there's a stadium and he can attack with the Plasma Fists for the knockout, and that's it. And that's also the end of the live stream today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more future videos. This is the Rayquaza deck that my opponent used. 18 energies, 3 Ultra Ball, 2 Nazball, 3 Mysterious Treasures, 2 Rescue Stretchers, 3 Tapu Lele, 1 of each, Skepta lineup, 2 Zero Auras for the retreat, Shuckle, Shaman, 3 Rayquazas, and then of course those Dana, Nita, Morgan, and Everlyn cards with 3 Guzma and 3 Stevens, but I don't know, somehow at this moment it's not good. It's gonna be probably good for the post rotation for sure, but at this moment, nope. Mainly because your opponent can march out of you, your opponent can just top level for the judge and you can instantly lose the game. Thanks for watching today's live stream, have a nice day, and we'll see you next time.